It's pretty cold down here. Beautiful, but cold. So I'm going to cook something reasonably warm. Sort of a mince Penang curry thing, okay? And I'm going to kick it off with some veggies. And anyone who's thinking, Roothy only uses veggies because they're pretty colours, is fairly right, but they are good for you. I've got some prime mince from the butcher's there. I've got beans, I've got onions, red onions and carrots. And that is going to work out really nice. Hang out and see. You might not have seen this before. This is my top end kitchen. I love the way the top end people think things out. I really do. They're mates of mine, and I know that they've done a lot of bush work, and you can tell the difference. Underneath here we've got a tool tray that I'm not going to show you because I've got the stove set up on it. Stove fits perfectly on a stainless pull-out drawer, locks into place. And then we've got drawers. So I've got fire lighters, I've got rubbish bags, I've got matches, my Glad sandwich bags that I just love because I like leftovers, and also for storing stuff so it doesn't rattle out and fall all over the place. Collapsible bowl, I've got all my BCF stuff in there, and all my condiments up here, and coffee and tea and all the rest of it. So basically, pack the stove down, psh, psh, bang, go. When I first saw it, I thought, that's going to restrict me. Do you know what? It doesn't, not one little bit. It's just made camping so much easier, so much better. A little bit of oil in the pan. Next thing in is some beautiful bacon from my butcher. Oh, boy does he know how to do bacon. There we go. Onions, these are red onions because I use red onions for just about everything because they look good in salads. I had a salad once, had a lot of lettuce in it. Yeah, it was all right. The cheese and the bacon really helped it out. Okay, so we've got onion and beautiful bacon sizzling away in there in a little bit of oil. It didn't need much. This came from my favourite little butcher. He's a good bloke. I'm going to introduce you to him one day because he does some good meat. And he cryovac'd it, of course. So it's been down the bottom of the angle for about a week, and it hasn't leaked at all, of course. But the cryovacing and turning the fridge down to run it at about -2 preserves it beautifully, keeps it semi-frozen. And it probably is a good thing because if I took it out here in Victoria, it'd be frozen, solid. Plenty of meat in my Penang curry. Can't really go wrong, can you? Bacon, mince, onion. It's got to taste good. Right about now, I'm going to give it a little shicker of curry powder. Not much, just a shicker, because it's going to cop some serious flavour in a minute when we get to that stage. How solid's this kitchen, you know? Like, there's a lot of weight there and I'm banging it around. Going to let that cook for a little bit and then add the rest of the veggies and some serious flavour. Come back. Right. Oh, it's looking good. And it's starting to cook. I'm a bit of a chook with my cooking. I kind of like to know that the meat's cooked, you know, before I do anything else. That goes back a long way to eating a lot of bush meat and having some very suspect refrigerators back in the Kero days. There we go. Beans, not too many, just a few for the colour, and carrots. Beautiful, see? I told you it was healthy, Mum. This is Penang curry paste. You can get it almost anywhere, it's not too hard. And a couple of major tablespoons of that will just give this a very unexpected little jab. You know what I mean? Our can of coconut cream. In she goes. I'm going to add a little bit of water to that too, because it's not quite enough for this quantity of food. And then we'll put the pot on, put the lid on the pot and let it sit there, cooking slowly, letting all the flavour seep through. Look at that, one big dollop, probably about a tablespoon. Oyster sauce, hey, same part of the ocean. Cool, in she goes. That'll just give it a little bit of different flavour. So there you go guys, we've got Penang curry paste, coconut milk, started with a little bit of curry powder, we've got a bit of oyster sauce and we've got some honey. And now it's time to see if it's going to work. The veggies won't be cooked yet, but the flavour's on the way. Beautiful. Lid on, simmer for a while. It'll be magic. It's a little bit like opportunity farming. I mean, I'm cooking a Penang over there with mince, but this morning Karen walked out of the little shop at Erica with a couple of bags of beautiful fresh bread buns. So they're not going to last more than a couple of days down here, so they can go in to be dipped into the sauce. How good's that? And then we'll be back on wraps tomorrow more than likely. But when you got it, use it. Oh, look at that. This is good camping tucker. It's got all the good stuff you need in it, and it's hot.
I can actually smell it cooking. It smells fantastic.
Well, the idea is you dip your bread in it, but you eat some first.
I'll get a bit of bacon in there.
Yeah. Is that all right?
That is lovely.
It'll warm you up too, mate.
Seconds?
More than likely, Paulie. Just remember, you know, go to your butcher. Go to your country butcher. Get your meat cryovac. Get real meat, get it cryovac. And after that, the rest of it's just easy. Good on you guys. It might be winter, it might be a bit chilly, but gee, it's beautiful. Drop a leaf in here, it's going to wind up in the Murray down in South Australia. Big country, eh?